interwebs, this is Jackie K. Welcome! With the celebration of the Chao Garden demo being fully completed, from what I heard on the Discord, this is like the last major update before all the focus goes into the game itself. I figured now is a good time as any to actually do some stuff from the game as a recording. I have been playing this a little bit on my own time. It's a bit hard to find people to play with, but more on that later. The big thing is, like, they added a new game mode. The Starter Ride. For those of you who don't know, the one-sentence summary is that Chao Garden is essentially the Chao Garden system, but if you replace the Sonic Adventure levels with Kirby Air Riders. So Kirby Air Riders is the core gameplay loop, but before this update it was mostly just like the City Trial equivalent. If you're not a fan of City Trial and just like races, this particular game mode might be for you. I think I'm comfortable enough to actually do 100cc. Oh, this is a nice UI. Everything. Let's get some other computers in. I guess maybe that'll happen later. Neutral plus. This is probably the most I actually get to see the names of these vehicles. I haven't really had much time to think about who I actually would want to be, though. I don't know why my first instinct was to try to see if they had, like, color variants for the characters, but I guess other games have just spoiled me. What vehicle do I want to go with? I guess the Glide is probably what I'm most comfortable with. It's kind of ironic because I just got done recording Kirby Air Riders, and they not even getting a chance to play City Trials because that game had an Air Ride specific related event going on. Oh, is this like the Sonic Oh no, I thought it was going to be like the old Sonic Rider system where you can just like sit. What am I trying to say? I thought it was going to be like the Sonic Rider system where you just sit around where you have to like time your uses by running backwards and then running into the electric fence right before or right after it disappears. You know, I really wanted to do stuff with this glide vehicle, but I think this is like the first. Oh, that's rough terrain. I can't believe I just only noticing now that this is like different types of terrain. And there's like an upper path that could like take the fly vehicle in inevitably. Oh, I completely forgot about the trick system probably applying here too. I don't know, I think glide might be a little too good. If I could actually get a good control setup with it, because like, yeah, I'm in third place, but I kind of think that's more on me than it is on a vehicle. Like, you see just how much I'm soaring with this thing? And that's even without any sort of extra upgrade. Oh shoot, I thought that was like a flight. Don't tell me I got last when I was just boasting about how good this thing is. I guess let's give it one more go now that I kind of got an idea of what we're dealing with. I never see this thing fly this good in City Trial. I gotta double check the name of this. Jumping right from Kirby Air Riders to this is not gonna help either. But man, like that whole setup really makes me think that there's like a little mini game to actually getting a head start in here. So it's disappointing when I just stand there looking ready to go, but never actually do anything. If I could just time myself for the flying boost, well that worked out fabulously. Okay, so there is a fourth place, so I didn't do the worst I could possibly do, because it's happening now. Now I'm doing the worst I could possibly do. Cool. I think the poison bomb's a little too OP, because, like, it took up the entire radius of that tunnel with no way to actually get around it. Well. Okay, I guess if I had a swim vehicle, I might have, like, a little advantage in that area in particular. Alright, and this is for the fly path. Oh, and then they actually have the city trial events in the races as well. Okay, I'm seeing some potential with that. I kind of get why they were kind of basic now, because, like, it's a little basic for, like, a city trial based event, but, like, imagining it in the game. Why am I going backwards? And where are the other racers? It feels like I should have at least have caught up to second at this point. I guess power's good for that side path there. For some reason I thought those were power-up balloons, but no, I think they're just telling me what's the recommended path based on what vehicle I have. Which reminds me that other path was weight, not necessarily power. Oh, there's a whole secret path that I could use of. Having flood in here is a little bit broken though, because like I guess it kind of gets an advantage for the swim events, but not by that much. I am gonna win this with the Glide Star. I'm determined at this point. I think the cool part from this update is like this can actually be applied to the end of a city run instead of the Battle Royale that's currently in there. So I do want to try out a couple matches with that, but first, we gotta win this stupid race. Just remember that I have an attack button, remember I can fly, and remember that the race ends when first place crosses. There's no time to compete for second or third. Alright, so now if I can like take advantage of this upper path and not get screwed over, that'd be great. I should probably come down because I'm gonna have to like lift off again when we get over here. Ah! Yeah, it doesn't feel like rush hour, but I guess it's just because the map is so big. Dang, I don't know how I'm supposed to get low enough to actually get that, unless I like trick down to it. Okay, I guess that works, but now I'm stuck on the lower path. Ah! No. No, I need to get off the rails. They're only gonna hurt me. Maybe that was to my advantage though, because I don't see how I was gonna make it to that upper path without doing a trick off the rail in the first place. Okay, and yeah, tricks do give me speed boosts, but at the cost of like my flight, I think. Good to know they actually win one of these for once, though. I guess the next course of action would be to try to get this on a cosmic. Would be to try to race after a comic class, aka this game's equivalent of City Trial. But can we actually get people in the quick play lobby? See y'all when this inevitably doesn't work and I just resort to recording against CPUs. Alright. How about we don't do that? You start off in this green glaze area. Try not to get too screwed over by the guardrails. And just collect power-ups and collect power-ups and upgrades for your star before the time it runs out on the event. And sometimes you get actual little events amongst the midst of collection like this, where it just starts raining. Which I guess means more little powers to collect. And I'm trying to get the barrels because those always have something in them. It's never guaranteed that they'll be good, but it'll always be guaranteed to be something. Okay. So we really gotta sort out at least one of these rainbow blocks, because those are how you like get your little Luminites. That's what the little star children are called. I never really explained the game over besides that little tiny summary, but you basically... So Lumis just follow you around in their more cute, adorable mascot states, until it's time to race or do events, and then they turn into these little star vehicles. And that's the lore based on what I am currently aware of with the Lumens. Does the game ever put some sort of pointer of where the object you need to collect for Keep Away is? Something tells me it's that big red and yellow object out in the distance. No, that's just an umbrella. Oops. No, 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 no. Oh, my hand. I actually don't want that. So now I think we have a power vehicle, whether I want it or not. And that's the end of the event. I don't need to get collecting those powers even counts. And now we race in the event that I spent like 5 races in a row trying to get first once. Oh. Okay, for a second I thought there was no audio. Wait, how did they get the head start? I swear I tried to move before and it wouldn't let me. Okay, this is perfect. I'm already kind of getting an idea how this works. Weight kind of means I get to take shortcuts around some of the rough terrain. Power, I assume, would let me break obstacles. Fly would let me fly. So I wonder if I could get like a combination of each. Like if I have like a fly vehicle but get enough weight and power, if I'd be able to take all the shortcuts instead of just the one. Or if these specific paths only like give you the speed boost there when you're that particular vehicle type. I guess I could try to break this, but no, that only just slowed me down. But this is gonna be interesting. Just having the different types of vehicles actually means something. Besides just having only the Battle Royale at the end where you pretty much always want to go for the more offensive vehicle because you just pretty much fight each other to the metaphorical death. Until one person's standing. I did want to get the fly vehicle because it's just fun to take those upper shortcuts, but it is what it is. This does at least force me to like try different paths because they're tied to certain vehicle types. And I'm so used to seeing these events just in the Star Garden preamble for so long that it's kind of interesting to actually see the events happen within the race themselves. So that was pretty fun. I bet it would be fun if I played online or up against other players.
Hope I didn't miss anything important.
But that requires actually getting luck with finding people online, and I don't know if I'm really that lucky. Since Quick Play is a bust, and this is technically the first video I'm doing on this channel, I figure I show off the combat stage as well, even though I've already played it a few times. The intro is kind of similar, where you're still going around and trying to collect the stuff. But instead, at the end, we actually fight against each other instead of doing the race from before. So I'll see you when we come to that combat phase, or something interesting happens. You know, it's kind of unfortunate I can't see just how bad my stats are on the pause menu. Well, I wonder what sort of vehicle we're gonna get this time. Okay, that's the swim, you know. Fine, I can mess around with swim, I guess. It's better than speed. It's like, I imagine speed would actually like be crazy in the races. I'm just only familiar with it from the combat phase, which is like a complete utter mess. And wow, have I really used swim before? Because I was not really comfortable with just how fast swim is in the water. And actually, swim it still is like, it's way too fast to control. I am having my regrets and looking to find a different vehicle to change to immediately. No, I don't need last turn, I need more turn. Especially if I'm just gonna be stuck with this thing. Another rainbow box would be nice, though. Just not having to deal with this in general. Oh, I think I see two of them out in the distance. No, one of them's blue, but that's fine, because that's the one that's just going away soon anyways. Okay, turn. I can deal with that. Because combat kind of sucks when you can't even, like, aim at your opponents. And if anyone ever wants to let me see what Keep Away does, that would be cool. Oh, come on. I can't even see anyone. Where the heck? Okay, I'm glad I grabbed that apple because I kind of need it. I didn't think we'd be immediately going for the violent brutalities. Oh, that red aurora? You want to stay away from that? It's kind of like Fortnite, where you have to be in a certain area for the combat. Otherwise, you just regularly take damage, if not die immediately. For this game, it's the prior. I can't believe I unironically used Fortnite as a comparison for something. I don't even think I ever even played that game. But I feel like more people have played Fortnite. Someone watching this video is more likely to play Fortnite than they have this game. Damage them. Alright, this is a bomb, right? This is like a landmine, which I could probably take over here. Let me see if I can find something else to... I will take the burger. Being at full health could be useful on the off chance this goes into overtime. Did I get hit for the wall? I am pretty sure I just got hit for the wall. And I haven't... Despite this being like the combat stage, I haven't really like seen too many people, let alone hit them. I don't even think I've like attacked a single person this entire time frame, and it's not even on purpose. Shit, I gotta be careful. These people are just like fighting for the walls. Oh, okay. That border probably could be problematic if left unchecked. You know, I wonder if I could just let the CPUs destroy themselves. Because I really don't want to have to deal with the red wall of death. Well, that kind of sounded like someone had an unfortunate time. Oh, oh, oh! If I'm not careful, I could be next. Shoot, 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 shoot. Gotta stay away from the red barrier. Maybe that wasn't the best example of the combat phase. I'm pretty sure I didn't fight anyone at all. I just stayed in bounds. Shoot. Well, maybe we can try that again. Well, turns out my mic decided, screw you, I'm not going to record commentary for the rest of this. So, instead of just post-commentating those other CPU attempts, I figured that I'd just make a different video showing off the versus mode another time, if I'm feeling up to it. For now, I did realize that we spent all this time in Star Garden, completely ignoring the other half of the game, so here's a little showcase of what we do with those little fruits that we've been getting from the races and city matches. In the garden, you get to take care of your little Lumite creatures that help you by turning into vehicles to ride during the matches. Sorry! I swear I didn't mean to hit the button. Get my input so confused, especially because it's been so long since I've last picked up this demo. But yeah, you definitely can tell where this game gets its inspirations from, and that they're a big fan of the things that they pulled inspiration from. Because we get these fruits from the various matches we do, feed them to our little Lumite creatures, and up their stats through feeding them. And you can pet them and love them and do the opposite of loving if you're that type of person. At least it's happening to Ginger. I don't know why Ginger's just become the one that always gets the accidental inputs, but it's just panned out that way, I guess. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in to this Star Garden video. If you like what you've seen with the gameplay, you can wishlist the game on Steam right now, and on the Steam page for this game, you should be able to find the demo not too far. The demo is perfectly free to play. Ah, I see they haven't patched that out yet. Though, I'm not sure if I want them to. It is perfectly fun and silly and relatively harmless. I'm just surprised that it's been in there for as long as it has. I think this game's gotten at least 3 different updates since I've noticed it. Oh! Of course there's a dropkick too. I wonder what you're supposed to use that on. But like I said, if you want to try this out for yourself, the demo is perfectly free to play. And if you like what you see, you can wishlist the game on Steam. It helps out the developers, so I would highly recommend it. As for me, I'm sure you've been on YouTube long enough to know what you do to support a video. Not sure if I'm going to do more stuff with Star Garden, but I'm not opposed to it if people are interested. So I've been Jackie K, and I hope to see you all later. Take care.